Hi, Sag. Thanks for joining me for your September 2017 forecast for the month. I am shuffling the Aquarian Tarot by David Palladini, and as well as I'll be drawing an angel card from Doreen Virtue at the end of the reading. I'm excited about September. Mercury will be going direct on September 5th at 28 degrees of Leo, and this will give a little bit of replenishing energy in the 9th house for you. Mercury then travels into the 10th house from the 9th of September through the 29th. And this is giving you the ability to analyze the career, where you're headed as the highest status in your job title, career sector, retirement for those of you who this applies in the age range. When Mercury goes direct in the career, you're very busy. You want to analyze what you need to cover in career, what's entitled to you, and what you qualify for. The same day on the 5th, Mars enters Virgo, and the career sector is lit up for Sagittarius this month. It is all about what is your divine purpose? What is your mid-heaven's purpose, the soul's potential? And with Mars in the 10th house, this has a lot to do with authority figures and boss figures. It could even be that some Sagittarians butt heads a little bit with any type of authority. So maintain control if you're pulled over. Mars is an aggressive, agitated planet in a sector that controls holds the authority in the 10th house, boss figures, like I said. So Sagittarius is a liberating sign and doesn't really like to be controlled, and this could be a little bit of a controlling energy. It might send some Sagittarians out of that position and into another career position by the time this month is done, because we have our new moon energy here as well. But let me back up some, because on the 5th, Mars enters this sector, creating the energy and stamina for focus in career, but also some control issues in this sector. You might be overwhelmed with responsibility in the first half of September in career. On the 6th, our full moon is at 13 degrees of Pisces in the 4th house. Fourth house of home and environment. There is closure to this spiritual moon, this visionary moon in Pisces. It will be conjunct Neptune and Chiron, and it will allow for closure in the area of your home environment. Some Sagittarians are moving and closing the door to an old way of thinking or an old place where you were living. We'll see what comes up in the tarot. I'm getting some feelings about a property for Sagittarians, but this isn't necessarily a property sector. It is a home environment sector. But what comforts Sagittarians? There's an awareness about where you are comforted here, and it might be that you need to change your location in order to feel most comforted. Some of you might be returning home to the place where you were born or grew up. On the 19th, Venus enters Virgo, who's governed by Mercury, in the 10th house of career. So Venus will be conjunct Mercury and Mars. Personal planet action in the 10th house of career. Loving what you do will be important to Sagittarius. Being attracted to becoming your own authority is here. Sagittarius, you would make a perfect boss. And there's no other day that's better than the 20th of September, where the new moon is stationed at 27 degrees of Virgo in the 10th house of career. This is a new path for you. It could be the day you were given promotion. It could be the day you break out of the control of another boss and become your own authority. Wherever this applies, you want to set your intention in the 10th house, because this is where the moon is most potent on the new moon for you. And 2 days later, the sun enters Libra, cardinal ingress, the autumnal equinox, and you're very social from the 22nd on through 3 weeks into October. Social sector is lit up. Friendships, contacts, clients, clubs and groups, organizations you're affiliated with. Around the 28th, Jupiter conjunct the Sun in Libra is in an opposition to Uranus and Aries. And this draws energy from your creative sector, and you could find that you might be suddenly trying to expand in a creative project with friends, or the clubs and the groups you're affiliated with get into some opposition with the children that you have. Maybe your time is spread thin here and you can't join or do all of the things you need to do, because Uranus has a little surprise on the 28th in the 5th house for you, Sag. Rebellion, revelation in the creative sector, in the house of fun and children and leisure. You might find that you're overwhelmed just with how many things you have to attend that day, between friend obligations, baby showers. It could apply very differently, but it's a very active time for you. And the following day, on the 29th, Mercury joins Libra, the party in Libra, conjunct the Sun and Jupiter. Very social, hearing from friends you haven't heard from in a while, returning calls. All messages come through with Mercury direct in the 11th house. This is a career-focused month for you, Sagittarius. For those of you looking for work, this is the month you will receive it. The new moon, I'm loving, conjunct all of the personal planets in this sector. Also, new connection with the father figure. Fathers at a distance will be connecting at this time. Let's see what cards come up with or for Sagittarius. And if you'd like to read with me, this is what I do all through the week. It's my sole profession, so feel free to book with me at audreyalison.com, and the links are below for my tarot course, as well as the VIMEO videos, which are now up on VIMEO, on demand, medium messages, and the intuitive fortune card readings. Let's see what cards are here for Sagittarius. 4 of Cups. Some solace, sadness coming through. Perhaps some Sagittarians are reflecting too much on the past over a few cocktails, over some wine, whining over the past. Let's see what else comes up. Ooh, this is a work card. 7 of Coins. Maybe you're thinking you're not where you need to be yet in terms of promotion. Career elevation is the 7 of Coins, climbing the ladder of stages in career development, your own success. What rung are you on the ladder, Sag? Maybe you're thinking you're not where you need to be yet, but don't worry. Change is a-coming. Information is coming quickly. The 8 of Rods is incoming messages. News on hold is now expedited. Mars in career, fire, wands, Mars in the 10th. Information coming through regarding promotion. If you're wondering where everyone is and how everything's going to fall in terms of who's getting promoted and who's not, this will be coming through in September. Don't lose sleep over it. Anxiety and stress are not anyone's friend. Restless nights, worried about career, worried about how things are going to be put into place. Everything's divinely timed. There are no mistakes in the order of things, Sag. Justice is at hand. Redemption, reward, victory if you are in a pending legal battle that is stressing you out, keeping you up at night. This is a great card. You have 2 outcome cards I'll get to. This is a great card for things going your way. Finding a balance, and it's the sign of Libra. When we have the Sun in Libra, the autumnal equinox, Jupiter in Libra, expansion. And Libra governs your 11th house of the internet, of friendship and clubs, like I mentioned earlier. Look at that. Tower, breakthrough, So Justice and Tower, you're seeing the eclipse season of August is what you needed to have reward and breakthrough. Upheaval, Uranus. Oh, I get it. Jupiter in Libra. Uranus in Aries. The opposition. This is September 28th energy between the 11th and 5th house. Game-changing day. Things are broken open in a way where you can see how it fits. When the dust settles from the Tower and there's some upheaval with Uranus, but it's a sudden insight. Oh, and you see the electricity, the lightning bolts. This is like revelation, you know. Your mindset could change overnight on the 28th and seeing things, how they're aligned. So you don't need to be so emotionally upset and mentally angst or worried. These cards serve you zero purpose. You were not born with them. You weren't born feeling that way. There's no need to tell your mind to worry. All the mind is an organ. Allow it to do what it does. It runs on tape. It's up to you to control that, though. Let's see what the angel card is for Sagittarius. How can you assist? Archangels, how can you assist Sagittarius at this time? Ooh, two things came up. See how they like kind of rested over my thumb? We'll pull them. Bethany, what's she up to? When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat, massage, sea salt bath, pedicure. This is about self-care. And this is the card I'm really attracted to because it kind of flipped out onto my thumb. Maya. Schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So, in order to achieve your highest purpose in the 10th house of career, some Sagittarians are requiring elevation in study and certification. That will never hinder you in life. No one's ever said, God, I wish I didn't study too much. If you're not investing in you in order to elevate in the 10th house of higher purpose, who will? Who do you expect's going to invest in you if it's not yourself? I love this reading. I love that even though the Tower is a rambunctious card, I love that these two end up together. Redemption can be brought in. Victory, justice itself. And even if you're not wrapped up in some legal pending situation, it's okay. You know, justice doesn't mean you go to court anyway. It could just mean that there is resolve with this. You feel good about the outcome, the result. Justice is served. Thank you so much for joining me, Sag. I am wishing you a beautiful, sweet September. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.